told I done had enough, man. I'm tired of this, man. I need to lose weight. I need to cut! But I don't know what to do. I don't even know how to count my macros. I'm gonna tell you how to do it after this intro. You know it!
Game time. I ain't here to lose, man, I'm in it for a ring. And I gotta win by all means, man. Yeah, I want this bad more than I want break. Don't care about a friend when I'm going for the win. After the game, we can go and make a man. Survival of the fittest, gotta push it to the limit. And I ain't stopping till I get what I can to get, oh yeah.
Now that that's out the way, man, I want to welcome all my workaholics back to the channel, man. It's your boy Toga doing work. You know we going up today, man. And for all the new people onto the channel, man, you already know what it is. You is now going up with Toga doing work. But today, we going to talk about these macros, because a lot of y'all want to cut weight, but don't know how to do it. But before we get into that, please comment, subscribe, like, and hit that bell for the notifications. Do one of the three, I don't care, man. But back to the video, man. So, biggest thing, man, counting macros. A lot of people want to cut weight but don't know where to start. A lot of people are even confusing the process of how to do it. They don't know about calories. They don't even really know about the macronutrients, protein, carbs, fats. They don't know. So I'm here to expound on one of my last videos when I was talking about what I eat to even get lean. You know, myself, right now I'm standing here about 183, 184, you know, right in between that. I dropped down from 205. That's about 20 to 22 pounds weight loss. How did I do it? People want to know, how did I do it? What did I do? Did I go to the gym? Did I do running? Did I do this? Did I do that? I just want to let y'all know off the rip, man. I've been going to the gym. When I was 205, I was going to the gym. I'm 185 right now. I'm still going to the gym. So what really changed? What helped me be able to, you know, see my ass? What helped me to be able to get lean like this? You know what I'm saying? Build myself. Basically break these muscles down and build it back up to, you know, shred it. What happened? You know what I'm saying? What happened was I changed my diet. That's the biggest thing that people don't know. Now, when it comes to diet, you're like, what type of diet did you do? Did you do the South Beach? Did you do paleo? Did you do the keto? Did you do all that bullshit? No, we ain't do none of that. All I did was did something that I could handle, something that I like. The misconception out here is try all these diets and, you know, you're gonna lose weight within a week. You're gonna lose weight within 14 days. Let me tell you something straight up. If you trying to lose weight because you trying to go to a wedding, or you trying to lose weight because you trying to do something in like a week, that's not gonna work. With this, you gotta take time, you know what I'm saying? I would say about, you know, dedicate a good 3 months, you know, good 12 weeks, 90 days. I had to say however y'all can understand it, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta dedicate time to be able to cut the weight because it's a process, you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't happen overnight. So basically what I did was, you know, I basically started looking at my nutrition. Like I said, you can watch the new video. It's gonna be somewhere tagged. The old video actually is gonna be somewhere tagged. It's the part 2 to it. So, you know, the kind of foods I was eating. But, you know, let's get to the biggest topic, the macros. You know what I'm saying? The macros, how did I even break it down? Where did I start? You know what I'm saying? So let's give you an example. I want to do something, but I don't want to really use me as an example. I mean, I'm using me as an example, you see what I look like, but I want to use, you know, I guess like, you know, this is a test right here. So let's just say we got somebody that weighs 200 pounds. I started from 205, but I'm just gonna make it even so everybody can understand where I'm coming from. So let's just say somebody weighs 200 pounds and they want to cut weight. What to do? One of the first things you do, as you can see, 200-pound person wants to cut. You know what I'm saying? What does he do? First thing you gotta do is you take your body weight. The guy weighs 200 pounds. You're gonna multiply this by, these are your numbers. You got 14, 15, 16, and 17. It ranges from 14 meaning that you are sedentary, you work at a computer, you do IT, you're an administrator, you're a clerk, something like that, work at a bank. You don't really do much movement, you don't do shit. All right, y'all 14. It ranges all the way to 17. 17 would be like if you're a construction worker, you know what I'm saying? You work freight, you work at a warehouse, you're doing a lot of movement. You work at like Walmart, Target, stocking shelves, and picking up boxes and all that shit, furniture. That is a 17. We're gonna assume that most of y'all don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna assume that, you know. Besides working, you know, you probably do something around the house and then you sit down and watch TV. Another thing, we're gonna have to change all that up, but we're gonna get to that. So let's just say 14. We're gonna assume everybody's sedentary. You're gonna multiply your body weight, 200 pounds times 14, and this is gonna give you roughly your estimate of what your, you know what I'm saying, your resting, your resting calories is, or what you do for your calorie intake day to day. So for this person, 200 times 14 gonna give you 2,800 total calories. So we're gonna start from there. Now, it's time to go to the cut part. You want to cut, so you know, a rule of thumb, doctor says, and all type of articles, you can read it online. A rule of thumb is to start at 500 calories decrease and then work from there. So when you do that, 2,800 take away 500 is gonna leave you 2,300 total calories. So that's the total now. So now, when it comes to breaking it down, we're talking about the macronutrients. These 2,300 total calories will be broken down through the macronutrients. The macronutrients being protein, carbs, and fats. We already know proteins, the building block for, you know, building muscle. You need that, can't get away from that. Carbs is what gives you the energy. It fills you up for you to be able to go out throughout your day. You know, that's what we actually about to really cut, but you don't want to cut it too much. You know, that's why I say, you know, it's for every person, it just depends. Nothing is straightforward. You see articles where it say, oh, when you cut, you know, you do 40% protein, 40% carbs, 20% fats. All that shit sound good until you really gotta do it, because everybody body different. They all react to food different. They react to not eating different. They react to the gaps. We don't know what everybody been through in their life, or what they eat and how they gonna react to not eating certain foods at certain times. So we're gonna do it my way, you know what I'm saying? The way, cause you know, my way actually work, right? You know, you see the results, right? So, you know, and then we got fats, which is, you know, it's a misconception about fats where it's like, oh man, I wanna stay away from fats, man. Fats, you know, nah, you need fat. You can't be so thin that, you know, you can't be so thin and brittle that you don't have no body fat, you know what I'm saying? It needs to be some fat. They just need to be healthy fat, you know, getting it from almonds, getting it from eggs, getting it from avocados, you know, certain things like that will fish oil, you know what I'm saying? Certain things like that, those are healthy fats, all right? So these are the macronutrients that go into this your total calories. Now, how do we break that down? We're gonna start with the protein. Now, the recommended intake for your protein is, you know, 0.7 to 0.9 grams per pound. Okay. Now, me personally, I'm like 0.7 to 0.9. Let me just do 1, because that shit just works. You know what I'm saying? 1 is, I like numbers that I don't like points and decimals. I like a whole number. So we're gonna do 1 pound. We're gonna do 1 pound for every 4, you know, 1 pound for every 4 calories. That's how you do your protein. So your protein, you can see 1 gram equals 4 calories. For your carbs, 1 gram also equals 4 calories. And for your fats, 1 gram equals 9 calories. So what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna do, the way we're gonna break down our protein intake out of these calories, what we're gonna do is we're gonna times 200, because we're gonna do for 1 pound, 1 gram equals 1 pound of your body weight. So let's just say this person, we already say he's 200 pounds, so it's 200 grams, because 200 times 1 is 200. 200 grams of protein, we're gonna times that by 4, and it's gonna give us 800 total calories out of this 2,300, right? And then we're gonna get to fats, because we're gonna do protein and fats first before we get to the carbs, because carbs is actually what we're gonna really pay more attention to. So then when we get to the fats, like I just said right here, for 1 gram of carb, it's fats. For 1 gram of fats, it's 9 total calories, which is crazy, because that just lets you know how dense it is. Fat is very dense. You know, once you eat that, if you eat fat out of your cookies or fat out of a Pop-Tart, it's way different than eating fat out of, you know, some eggs or eating fat out of some almonds. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful with your fat intake. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna cut that in half. It's 0.5 For every pound is 0.5 grams, not a whole. So we got 100. 0.5 times 200. 0.5 times 200 will give you 100. So right here, you're gonna do 100 times this 9 calories, which is the fat, and you're gonna get 900 calories total, right? So now you have your total of your protein and your fats. That's 800 and 900, which is gonna give you 1700 between your fat and your protein. So now we need to get the carbs. In order to get the carbs, you have to actually take this 1700 and subtract it from that total. And once you do that, it's gonna give you your 600 total calories for your carbs. But we still need the grams, because that's what we're gonna be logging into, our calculator to really, decide our day of how our day is gonna go. So you do the 600 divided by 4 and you get your 150 grams of carbs. So now we have our intake for a day for this guy. It's gonna be 200 grams of protein, 100 grams of fat, and 150 grams of carbs. Now, like I said, you got people that say, yo, when you cut, you should, do 35 here, or no one really knows at the end of the day what a specific person should do. You really got to go into the process to understand if it's working and see how they react. Maybe like a weekend or 2 weeks in to really see how they react to the diet. So for this person, we're gonna start off, it's gonna be 200 grams of protein, 100 grams of fat, 150 grams of carbs. Now the carbs, that's the biggest thing that you're trying to do. You're trying to cut the weight, and that's what you've done. Essentially, you cut the carbs, because man, before with him having a 2,800 total calorie diet, his carbs might have been maybe like 180. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. How do you lose weight? You lose weight by cutting carbs. You're not really cutting too much fat. And with fat, a rule of thumb is you want to stay between 20% to 30%. Me personally, I like to stay on the low end. I ain't saying, but I don't need that much, fat. Like, I'm very particular about the stuff I eat anyway. So I keep it about 20%. They say protein, like I said, 1 pound, 0.7 or 0.9, but like I said, I do 0.0 pound for gram. Each gram is a pound. That's what I do. And then carbs, they say to keep that between about 30 and 40. But in this situation, it's not really about percentages, it's about what you feel. So you need to start somewhere, start the process, and see how your body even reacts, you know what I'm saying? And they say a healthy, you wanna, when you cut weight, you wanna lose between 1 to 2 pounds a week, so you can still maintain your muscle. When you cut weight, you're trying to cut the fat, but you're still trying to build the muscle. Now, how do you build the muscle when you're in this caloric deficit that we're talking about? Because this is what we're talking about, the caloric deficit. The way you're gonna build that is by still going to the gym. Going to the gym aids the process. People think that, you can lose weight by just going to the gym and not eating. No, you have to do a combination of everything. It's a combination of doing your nutrition, it's a combination of you doing your strength training, and it's a combination of you doing your aerobic training. The strength training would be like lifting weights, resistance, bands, inertia bands, HIIT, that type of thing. The aerobics would be treadmill, Stairmaster, bicycle, elliptical, that type of stuff. It's a combination of all three that's going to enable you to lose this weight. Like I said, dedicating a good amount of time as well, being consistent, about 12 weeks. Everybody's different. Some people can lose it faster. Some people are going to take a little bit longer. But the biggest thing is a mindset. This thing, they say, is 80-20. 80% nutrition, 20% going to the gym. I disagree with that. I think it's 80-10-10. I think it's 80% doing your nutrition. I think it's 10% going to the gym. And I think it's also 10% your mental capacity, your mental fortitude. You know what I'm saying? How long can you hang in there? How long those times when you're saying, I don't want to eat this food. I don't want to eat this brown rice. I'd rather eat white rice. I don't want to eat this, this sweet potato. I'd rather eat a white potato or mashed potatoes. I don't want to eat this, I don't want to eat just the thing that you need to eat because you want what you want. I don't want to drink just water because I want to drink something that got sugar in it. It's those things that's going to either have you winning or have you losing. It's the decisions you make. So like I said, everything is just, written out, perfect. What you need to do is just carry out the plan. Now, it's apps that you can use to help you through the process of cutting your weight. One of the apps that I use is called MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal for me is perfect for me. Like, what I just told you, I just put it into the app. You know what I'm saying? 200 grams of protein, 100 grams of fat, 150 grams of carbs. And then through that time, I could just adjust the monitor. Like if I want, let's say it's 150 and I say, all right, I lost a little bit, but I plateaued. I'll drop it down a little bit more. I'll go to 140 and see how my body reacts to that. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just a work in progress. Everything is just seeing where you fit in to this plan. It don't stay this way. The way it start ain't never the way it end. That's just real life. You know what I'm saying? The way you start something ain't usually the way you end it, because you learn new things along the way about your body. You know, I can say personally, through this process, I was learning so many things about my body as far as like what I want to eat, how my body reacts, the best time to eat carbs, the best time to, lay back, when to cheat. It's things like that. And, a lot of people probably want to ask, man, can I have a cheat meal? Yeah, you can have a cheat meal. Ain't nobody saying, be like a robot and do everything by the book. No, you can have a cheat meal. You're allowed to eat a hamburger, but what I would say is pick a day, Really, I would say Monday through Friday, keep it as clean as possible. And then by the time you get to Saturday, yeah, man, live a little, man. Have a little hamburger with some fries. Or, have one drink, I would say do the wine, red, preferably, low calories. But, you allowed to live life. Nobody can sustain, the life that they want to sustain and have fun doing everything strict like that. First of all, I just want to let people know you definitely going to have a difficult time cutting a little bit because your body's just not used to it. But what I would say is everybody's not the same. Me personally, when I just did what I had to do, it said, protein need to be eggs, it need to be lean meat, lean poultry, it need to be ground chicken, ground turkey, it need to be turkey bird, it need to be that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did. It said eat more greens. Man, for your carbs, greens is gonna be your biggest thing. Broccoli, sweet potato. Sweet potato is not a green, but let's say broccoli, asparagus, spinach. Kale salad. There's so many options for you to get a lot of be full but low calories, and that's the biggest thing. At least get through the 12 weeks, 13, 14 weeks before you go back to the way you want to go. But the biggest thing is just staying consistent and going through the process, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really that simple. It's nothing to it but to do it, man. What can I say, man? It took time, but we got here. You just gotta stay with the process, don't give up, and keep going up. And with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for checking in with your boy, man, going through this process, man. I hope this helped y'all out. You know what I'm saying? It's 2021. We gotta keep going up. We gotta take it to the next level, man. Don't give up. If you want to do it, just do it. You know what I'm saying, man? You can hit me on my email, ask me something, man. Comment, let me know. You know what I'm saying? What else you want me to talk about, man? All the new people that came to the video, man, appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all like, man. Make sure y'all follow the page, subscribe, hit that notification so y'all can see a new video when it drop. It's your boy Togo doing work. You just went up with Togo doing work, and we out, man. Keep going up and stay lean.